Do you believe what we are seeing? Nice counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This is a high-octane battle. How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That counterpunch caught him clean. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Can't land that jab. Swing and a miss with the hook. That jab doesn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knock. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Hard, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light, concentrate.
And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Those counterpunches have to hurt. Beautiful counterpunch. Beautiful counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that round. There's the bell for round three. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. Perfect counter shot. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Nice counter. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Can't find a home with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Back into the fray here in round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
These punches coming from every angle. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Catch and shoot. That jab won't score. Good counter punch. Done with that counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. That counter shot lands. Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that lap. Here's the bell to start round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Just misses with that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that. Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A straight right just misses. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice counter shot. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice counter. Catch and shoot. His stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson. There's the bell to start round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. He's got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
How about that time counter shot? That's another scoring shot. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How about that time counter shot? Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. A perfect counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. And this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And that's it, a unanimous decision.